Ladies and gentlemen, here's a Mother Jones article. You can't get more left-leaning or liberal. Actually, I guess you could, but here's a Mother Jones article. How Trump cronies turned New Hampshire into a big lie battleground. An uncontroversial election audit in Corey Lewandowski's hometown has spurred a Make America Great Again frenzy. The article will be below, and from the Democratic Party, or Mother Jones's perspective, Republicans who actually won their contests because of a certain close contest. Again, this has nothing to do with Biden and Trump, but these were local politicians, so it was a local a state. So let me just read this here. Wyndham, New Hampshire has become the latest hotspot in Donald Trump's ongoing crusade. Okay, so to be clear, the audit has nothing to do with the presidential election, but this minor detail has not seemed to deter Trump and his most ardent supporters. Here's what happened in Wyndham. After the votes were tallied last November, Republicans swept all four of the town's state legislature seats. So there was one of the contests within the state legislature that was somewhat close, and that demanded a recount, or that led to a recount, and they found out the Democrats were credited with 99 more votes, and Republicans should have picked up 300 votes. Okay, so this is deemed as irrelevant. What does that have to do with with last year? What does that have to do with 2020? It has nothing to do with anything, according to Mother Jones and the Democratic Party. That's their vantage point. The link is below. The Republican vantage point, or Trump Republicans, perspective, is the following. If we have this discrepancy, if the tally or the sum or the total does not correspond with the official total, even when Republicans, did well in these state legislature seats, and Democrats were credited with, around 100 more votes than they deserved, and Republicans had 300 less votes, could this be a systemic issue? Trump asked the following question, or brought up the following issue. Is this a systemic issue? Obviously, the Democrats, they say, this is ridiculous. Of course it's not. It's just in New Hampshire. It's a small town in New Hampshire. To Democrats, this is nothing. To Trump Republicans, it could be the beginning of what they consider a systemic issue that is pervasive or prevalent. Hit subscribe to this channel right now, and also hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. And that's below, and I'm building that one, ladies and gentlemen. I have a couple great segments out today. But ladies and gentlemen, you have the Washington Post, inspired by Arizona Trump loyalists push to revisit results in communities around the country. So they brought up New Hampshire. 9 hours ago, CNN, Trump and his allies seize on small New Hampshire town's vote discrepancy to push lies about the outcome. You wouldn't have this situation if you didn't call Trump illegitimate from day one in January 20th, 2017. You had Hollywood, you had the resistance, they called him a Putin puppet, they used a dossier, and by the way, just interestingly enough, an FBI analyst was indicted on taking home classified intelligence. That's a whole other story. I was going to do a segment on this, but I know that people will just yawn and be bored by it. But Madam Secretary had top secret, information, born classified, top secret intelligence, special access program intelligence, intel, classified intel, when she sent and received it, that was marked classified, born classified, and James Comey said, gosh, we couldn't find intent. There is an FBI employee now charged for just 1/1,000,000th of what our beloved Madam Secretary did. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But you look at what's taking place, and now Democrats in Arizona say, no, you know what? The machines have been tarnished, and we need all new voting machines. They've been completely tarnished, and the media and Democrats love to publish an allegation when it's the Democratic Party, and instead of saying, well, these are baseless claims, like when Republicans in Maricopa County in Arizona, when they said, why is this database deleted? It was done so by one of the county employees, or a bunch of them. You always get a baseless claim. How dare you? How dare you? You unethical Republicans. And now you have Democrats saying, the voting machines are completely tarnished. They're compromised. We need all new millions upon millions of dollars of new machines because Republicans touched them. Where's the evidence that the voting machines are compromised? But you don't get like I keep saying, like I try to focus on this type of journalistic blind spot. You don't get Democrats make baseless claims on the integrity of machines without any hard evidence that the machines were altered or compromised or ruined or tarnished in any way. They don't see in the public relations battle any allegation, any suspicion, any accusation leveled against Republicans is deemed as a possibility that needs to be looked at and investigated. Any allegation, suspicion, accusation, question mark that Trump Republicans, I should say, level against Democrats, and it's like these are baseless claims, these concerns are not warranted, they're not legitimate. So that's the game that's being played. On a side note, my God almighty, could you not find, is there not a challenger to Cheney in Wyoming that doesn't have the past? Like, why does everybody have to be like this Roy Moore type of person when Republicans are trying to replace or run a very critical contest in Congress? Is there anyone better? And this is the Republican Party. It's almost as if they pick the person with the most sordid past, or a past that could be manipulated into some, is there any person that didn't have that issue or the issues similar? My God. So the whole point with Cheney getting completely booted out of the Republican Party is that she is the establishment Republican who's basically the same type of person as Pelosi and Schumer and Biden. You think maybe we could find, maybe Republicans could find somebody without that sordid of a past? I don't know. Just thinking out loud. Anyway, the tally did not add up. The sum, the total, the tally did not add up. It did not add up. If the sum and total and tallies don't add up in Arizona, that will be a nuclear type of, that will be a cataclysmic type of news report or political phenomenon. If you add New Hampshire, and if perhaps there are other audits or recounts that where the official numbers don't add up to the revised or updated numbers, you're going to have a serious problem, or I should say a serious public relations confrontation between media, establishment, Democrats and Republicans, and President Trump and Trump Republicans. And it's going to be probably one of the worst things for the official, I should say, President Trump could benefit if he utilizes the information in the correct manner. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Definitely hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. Let's grow that channel.